Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's fan-made Gallifreyan script, which uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants. And vowels are a bit trickier. They're smaller circles, and they can be either by themselves, just on the word circle, or enclosed in one of the 4 vowels consonant stems. So this is like a O by itself, a B O, a J O, a T O, a T H O, because B J T T H. Anyway, it makes the most sense in practice, so let's go ahead and look at our design. First things first, it's laid out in this style, left to right, because typically you'd read a bottom counterclockwise. But if you imagine an infinitely large circle that eventually starts to curve up, starting at the bottom going counterclockwise, it would just be left to right. So anyway, these are set up left to right. Same thing with our word circles. Each word is written bottom counterclockwise as well. So let's go ahead and hop to it. So here's our first word. It's a very small word. Here's the bottom of it. Here's the bottommost letter. So this letter is a small circle, so it's a vowel, and it's outside the word circle, so it's an A. So A, continuing around. Lines that end on the word circle don't really mean anything unless they go to a sentence circle, but there is no sentence circle, so no punctuation. Anyway, so A, continuing around. Here we have a deep divot. And it looks like there's nothing by it, but these 3 dots have to go somewhere. And the thing that they're closest to is this stem. So these 3 dots go with this stem. So that is a D. So A-D. Continuing on, here's our next word. Here's the bottom of it. So we have another A, just like these 3 A's. A, continuing around. Here we have this shallow divot. And on it there is 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. And these lines, they can curve, they can go straight, they can be inside the word circle, they can go outside the word circle, it doesn't matter. But 1, 2, 3 lines on the shallow divot is an S, continuing around. Here we have another shallow divot. And yeah, there's a line going through it, but it doesn't end on it. So if this like were broken here and ended here and ended here, it would count, but it doesn't. So this line doesn't count. So that's just a T. T. And then we have this, which same thing, line passes through, so that doesn't count, and line passes through doesn't count. But there's, again, 3 dots closest to this stem, so that makes it an R. And then last but not least, we have another A at the end of it. So A, S, T, R, A. So add astra, and then we have this word. So here's the word circle. This is just a line coming from the P. Anyway, here we have the bottom of the word circle with this thing, and it is a circle inside the word circle, like this. And let's count the lines. This one ends on it, and this one ends on it. So that's 2 line words. So that's a P. Continuing around, here we have a little circle, so it's a vowel, and it's on the line of the word circle. So that's an E with no lines coming from it. So E. And then we have this thing. It's another shallow divot. And even though these dots are really big, they're still just dots. So your dots can be tiny, they can be huge, whatever. So we have 3 dots by shallow divot, just like this. So it is another R. So 3 dots, shallow divot is an R. Shallow divot, 3 dots, R. And then that's the per, P-E-R. And then we have this last word. Here's the bottom of it. And we have to go a ways before we hit our first letter. Here's an A, just like these A's. And then we have another S, 1, 2, 3, done in a similar way to that S. So A, S, continuing around. We have this next. It's in line here. And it's got 2 lines on it, just like this P, P. And then inside it, we have another little circle, so that is another little E. So this is the first and only enclosed vowel in this. You always read the consonant and then the vowel if the vowel's inside the consonant. So we have a little E like that hanging out inside R, P. So P, E, and then we have this another shallow arc with lots of lines passing through it. 1, 2, 3 lines passing through it. So that they don't count because they're passing through it. But 1, 2, 3 dots do count. So that's another R. Just like this R and that R. And then we have another A. So A, S, P, E, R, A. So ad astra per aspera. So yeah, that's that.